If you are staring at the ceiling right now, your dinner might be the problem. In this gentle session, we are going to prepare a menu of 7 evening foods that not only help you fall asleep tonight, but protect your body from aging, keeping you vital and independent for years to come. Rest is the foundation of staying out of care. A tired body is a fragile body, and a tired mind is prone to confusion. We will gently uncover why a handful of a specific nut can induce drowsiness, how a tart fruit juice extends your sleep cycles, and the perfect light dinner to protect your brain while you dream. Let's wind down together. Most of us think of sleep as just a pause in our day, a time when nothing happens. But for our aging bodies, sleep is the most active and important time of all. While you lie in the dark, your brain is washing itself. It clears out the waste products that can lead to memory loss and confusion. Your muscles are repairing the tiny tears from the day, rebuilding the strength you need to walk, climb stairs, and stand tall. When we miss out on sleep, we aren't just tired the next day, we are skipping our nightly maintenance. Over time, that lack of repair leads to frailty, and frailty is often the reason people leave their cherished homes. By changing what we eat in the evening, we can invite that deep restorative rest back into our lives. If you are ready to reclaim your nights and protect your independence, take a moment to subscribe to our community here. We share these quiet reflections to keep you safe, healthy, and calm. Let us begin with a fruit that seems almost designed by nature to help us rest. Deep in the orchard, we find the tart cherry. Unlike the sweet cherries you might snack on during a summer afternoon, tart cherries contain a unique magic. They are one of the few natural food sources of melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that signals to your body that it is time to shut down. As we age, our bodies naturally produce less of this vital signal, which is why sleep often becomes elusive in our later years. Drinking a small glass of tart cherry juice or eating a handful of them acts as a gentle nudge to your internal clock. It does not force you to sleep like a pill might. Instead, it whispers to your system that the day is done. Beyond the sleep benefits, these cherries are powerful allies for your joints. They are rich in compounds that reduce inflammation. Many seniors struggle to sleep because of nagging pain in their hips, knees, or backs. It is a cruel cycle where pain prevents sleep, and a lack of sleep makes us more sensitive to pain. Tart cherries address both sides of this coin. They help lower the volume on pain, while simultaneously encouraging drowsiness. Studies suggest that drinking tart cherry juice twice a day can increase sleep duration by over an hour. Imagine what you could do with an extra hour of healing rest every single night. You might wake up with clearer thoughts and legs that feel ready for a morning walk. Moving from the orchard to the cool waters of the ocean, we find our second ingredient for independence. Fatty fish, such as salmon, mackerel, or tuna, are incredibly rich in two things your aging brain desperately needs: omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D. You might wonder what fish has to do with falling asleep. The connection lies in the chemistry of your brain. Omega-3s are the building blocks of brain cells, helping to keep the pathways clear and functioning. Vitamin D, on the other hand, is crucial for regulating the body's sleep-wake cycles. When levels of vitamin D drop, sleep often becomes fragmented. You might find yourself waking up repeatedly, staring at the clock, unable to settle back down. By including a gentle portion of baked salmon in your evening meal, you are providing the raw materials your body needs to produce serotonin. Serotonin is a chemical messenger that promotes feelings of well-being and happiness, but it is also the precursor to melatonin. Without enough serotonin, you cannot make enough melatonin. It is a delicate chain reaction, and it starts with what is on your fork. A warm, flaky piece of fish is easy to digest, sitting lightly in the stomach, ensuring that your body focuses on repair rather than heavy digestion throughout the night. But perhaps you are not hungry for a full meal, or maybe you just need a small bridge to get you from dinner to bedtime. This brings us to a simple, crunchy treasure found in the pantry. Walnuts and almonds are more than just a garnish. They are dense packages of magnesium. Magnesium is often called the relaxation mineral. It helps to quiet the nervous system and relax tense muscles. Many of us carry tension in our shoulders and jaws without realizing it. This physical tightness signals to the brain that we need to be alert. Magnesium helps to physically release that grip. Almonds, specifically, are also rich in calcium. We know calcium is essential for keeping your bones strong enough to avoid fractures, which keeps you out of the hospital. But calcium also helps the brain use the tryptophan found in your body to manufacture sleep-inducing melatonin. A small handful of walnuts or almonds before bed can be the difference between tossing and turning or drifting off. If you find whole nuts difficult to chew, nut butters are just as effective. A spoonful of smooth almond butter on a small slice of whole grain toast is a comforting creamy snack that settles the stomach and prepares the muscles for rest. Speaking of tryptophan, we must discuss the classic sleep-inducing food. Turkey is famous for making people sleepy after a large holiday meal, but you do not need a feast to get the benefits. Turkey is high in tryptophan, an amino acid that increases the production of melatonin. But there is a specific way to eat it to get the best results. Tryptophan has a hard time reaching the brain on its own. It competes with other amino acids for a ride across the blood-brain barrier. To give it a helping hand, you should pair a small amount of turkey with a complex carbohydrate. This might look like a slice of turkey on whole wheat bread, or perhaps chopped turkey over a small serving of brown rice. The carbohydrate causes a slight release of insulin, which clears the other amino acids out of the blood, leaving a clear path for the tryptophan to travel to the brain. Once there, it can get to work making you feel calm and drowsy. This combination is powerful because it also provides high-quality protein. Seniors need protein to maintain muscle mass. Muscle is your armor. It protects your bones if you fall and gives you the strength to get up out of a chair. A turkey sandwich in the evening is not just a sleep aid, it is a muscle preservation strategy. Now, let us look at a surprising fruit that often goes overlooked. The fuzzy, green kiwi is a powerhouse for sleep. It might seem strange to eat fruit before bed, especially if you are worried about sugar. However, kiwis are low in sugar and high in serotonin. In a study where participants ate 2 kiwis an hour before bed for a month, they fell asleep significantly faster and slept more soundly. Kiwis are also packed with vitamin C and antioxidants. These nutrients fight the oxidative stress that accumulates in our bodies simply from living. Oxidative stress is like rust in the body. It damages cells and accelerates aging. By eating kiwis, you are essentially applying a coat of protective paint to your cells while you sleep. They are also excellent for digestion. Many seniors struggle with irregularity, which can be uncomfortable and disruptive to sleep. Kiwis contain a natural enzyme that helps break down proteins and keeps the digestive tract moving gently. A comfortable stomach is a prerequisite for a good night's sleep. If you have sensitive teeth, you can blend the kiwi into a smooth, green puree, perhaps mixing it with a little water or yogurt. Sometimes, the best remedy is not something we chew, but something we sip. The ancient ritual of drinking tea has soothed weary souls for centuries. Chamomile tea, in particular, is a flower with potent medicinal properties. It contains an antioxidant called apigenin. This compound binds to specific receptors in your brain that may decrease anxiety and initiate sleep. It is the same mechanism used by some anti-anxiety medications, but in a much milder, natural form. For many of us, the racing mind is the enemy of sleep. We lay down, and suddenly we are worrying about health, finances, or family. The anxiety tightens our chest and speeds up our heart. Chamomile acts as a gentle brake on this racing train. The warmth of the liquid itself is also therapeutic. Holding a warm mug warms your hands, which signals to your body that you are safe and in a comfortable environment. As your body temperature rises slightly from the warm drink, it will naturally drop afterward. This drop in body temperature is a biological trigger that tells the brain it is time to sleep. Making a cup of chamomile tea is a ritual that says to your mind, the day is over, we are safe, we can rest. Finally, we return to a comfort that many of us remember from childhood: warm milk. It sounds like an old wives' tale, but there is science behind the comfort. Milk contains 4 sleep-promoting components: tryptophan, calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. We have already discussed how each of these plays a role in the sleep cycle. But the power of warm milk goes beyond chemistry. It is deeply psychological. For many, the taste of warm milk is linked to memories of being cared for, of safety, and of motherly love. This psychological association can have a powerful sedative effect. It lowers our guard. If you are lactose intolerant, warm almond milk or oat milk can offer a similar soothing experience, especially if fortified with calcium and vitamin D. You can add a sprinkle of nutmeg or a drop of vanilla to make it feel like a treat. It is important to treat yourself with kindness in these evening hours. You have worked hard for decades. You have raised families, built careers, and weathered storms. You deserve a moment of pure, warm comfort before you drift off. However, as we discuss these foods, we must also address the practical realities of eating in the evening. As we get older, our digestion slows down. A meal that we could easily digest at 30 might sit heavy at 70. The key to using food as medicine for sleep is timing and portion size. You should aim to finish your main meal at least 3 hours before you plan to sleep. This gives your stomach ample time to empty. Lying down with a full stomach allows stomach acid to creep up into the esophagus, causing heartburn. Heartburn is a silent thief of sleep. often waking people up with a cough or a burning sensation. If you are eating the snacks we mentioned, like the almonds, the kiwi, or the warm milk, keep the portions small. You are not trying to fuel a marathon. You are trying to provide a specific signal to your brain. A small saucer or a half cup is plenty. Think of it as a dose of medicine rather than a second dinner. Another common concern is the need to use the bathroom during the night. This is one of the most frequent reasons seniors wake up and cannot get back to sleep. It also increases the risk of falls, as navigating a dark room when you are groggy is dangerous. To balance the benefits of tea or milk with the need to sleep through the night, try having your beverage about 90 minutes before bed. This gives you time to process the liquid and use the restroom before you settle in under the covers. It is also wise to sip slowly rather than gulping. When you sip, your body absorbs the hydration more effectively. If you are taking medications that act as diuretics, speak with your doctor about the best time to take them so they do not interfere with your rest. Managing your fluids is just as important as managing your food. We must also consider the texture of foods. Dental health can change as we age, and chewing tough nuts or fibrous turkey might be difficult or painful. Do not let this stop you from getting the nutrients you need. The blender is your friend. You can blend tart cherries and kiwi into a smooth, drinkable treat. You can purchase nut butters or grind walnuts into a fine powder to sprinkle over oatmeal or yogurt. Fish is naturally soft and can be flaked easily with a fork. There is always a way to adapt these foods to your needs. Cost is another factor that worries many. Maintaining a household on a fixed income requires careful planning. The good news is that sleep-friendly foods do not have to be expensive. Canned salmon or tuna offers the same omega-3 benefits as fresh fillets at a fraction of the cost. Frozen tart cherries are often cheaper than fresh ones and keep for months in the freezer. Dried beans and lentils are also high in magnesium and cost pennies per serving. You do not need to buy expensive supplements or exotic superfoods. The grocery store holds everything you need. Let's take a moment to visualize how your evening could look with these changes. Imagine it is early evening. The sun is beginning to set, casting long, soft shadows across your living room. You prepare a light dinner of baked salmon with a side of steamed greens and a small portion of brown rice. You eat slowly, savoring the flavors, feeling satisfied but not stuffed. You spend the next few hours reading or listening to soft music, avoiding the jarring lights of the television or the news. An hour before bed, you feel a little peckish. You go to the kitchen and slice a ripe kiwi, enjoying the bright green color and the sweet tart taste. Or perhaps you warm a small cup of milk, wrapping your hands around the mug, feeling the heat seep into your palms. You sit in your favorite chair, sip your drink, and feel your shoulders drop an inch. Your eyelids begin to feel heavy. You are not forcing sleep, you are inviting it. You make your way to the bedroom. The room is cool and dark. You climb into bed, and because you have fed your body the nutrients it needs to relax, your muscles soften into the mattress. Your brain, fueled by the right amino acids, begins to drift. You do not stare at the ceiling. You do not worry about the future. You simply let go. And as you sleep, your bones absorb the calcium, Your brain clears the fog, and your heart beats a steady, calm rhythm. You wake up the next morning feeling steady on your feet, clear in your mind, and ready to enjoy another day in the home you love. This is not just a dream. It is a biological reality that is within your reach. Small changes to your dinner plate can yield massive results for your independence. You are the custodian of your health, and you have the power to nourish your body in a way that keeps you strong. Start with one small change tonight. Perhaps buy a bag of tart cherries or swap your evening cookie for a kiwi. See how you feel. Notice if the darkness feels a little more welcoming. Your body wants to heal. It wants to rest. It just needs the right tools. If you found comfort and utility in this session, please consider liking this video. It helps other seniors find this sanctuary of health and peace. And do not forget to subscribe so we can meet here again tomorrow night. Until then, may your plate be healthy, your sleep be deep, and your waking hours be filled with peace. Good night.